Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And today we have yet another issue on the old nightmare, the 1998 Fatboy, and this one appears to be a carburetor issue. So we're going to get into that. First, of course, got our viewer bike of the week, and this is Kevin's 2003 100th anniversary Road King Classic. Looks like he's got a backrest and luggage rack on there. And he says it's got 78,000 miles on this bad boy. So these classic models with the spoked wheels, the white walls, and the leather bags are definite head turners. But thanks, Kevin, for sending that in. And if anybody else out there would like to see their bike in a video, send me some pics, some info. My email address is in the description below. Now, one other little thing before we get started, and that is I've been having some folks say you should have some merchandise. You should have some shirts or stickers or something. Not sure if that's something anybody out there would be all that interested in. However, thinking about doing it, would probably have designed something like these. So let me know in the comments or email or whatever if anybody out there would actually be interested in me doing something like this. Let me know, and we might end up doing it. Who knows? All right, folks, let me give you a little background into this issue as I take off the air cleaner and backing plate on our Fatboy. I took the bike out a little while ago, and when pulling away from a stop, the bike kind of popped and coughed out the carb. Now, it only did it once and not again on that ride, but I still thought it was kind of strange. The next time I took out the bike, I didn't get more than 3 or 4 blocks before it was popping and sputtering. I wasn't even sure if I was going to make it back, but once I got it home, I pulled the plugs and they were white. This bike was running lean, real lean. The next thing I did was try resetting the air-fuel mixture, and that did hardly anything. Next, I checked for leaks, especially around the intake manifold in case it was sucking air from somewhere. I found no leaks anywhere, so it seems like it's going to be something in the carburetor itself. So for reference, the issue only happens at low RPM. It will only happen when you roll on the throttle slowly, like when pulling away from a stop. It makes me think there may be an issue with the pilot jet, or what you might call the slow jet. Also, it does not idle correctly. I'll see if I can give you guys an idea of how it sounds. Okay, folks, here we go. We have our CV carburetor, or constant velocity carb, on here. Harley used these for quite a few years. It's actually pretty similar to the one I had on my 1988 Sportster Leaky Pete, with one exception, and that is this guy right here, which is a accelerator pump. Basically, you hit the gas, you hit the throttle fast, and this little guy right here is going to squirt fuel directly in there. Now, the first thing I'm going to do on here is I'm actually going to pull off the float bowl here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I can actually access the jets. I'm just kind of interested to see what they look like and what's in the bowl. And that's going to be our first piece of business. Okay, folks, and here we are looking up underneath our carburetor with the float bowl off. Now, as you can see, we have our float right here. And basically what this does is when the bowl fills with fuel, this will rise. And there is a little valve right here that will stop the flow. If this is leaking, you're going to overflow. Anyway. Back here is our air-fuel mixture screw, or adjustment, whatever you want to call it. We've got our main jet here, and the one we're really concerned about is this one in here, which is our slow or pilot jet, and I'm actually going to see if I can pull these out and just have a look, because actually I don't even know what size jets are in here. Okay, as you can see in our bowl here, it's a little corroded-ish, definitely needs a good cleaning there. And here is our pilot jet, and someone has been in here because you can see it's kind of scraped up a little bit. I actually can't really tell what size it is. I do have a 46, and it's a little smaller than this. I'm guessing this is a 48, but I'm actually, I do have a carb kit if I want to pull it right off and do everything, but I'm actually just curious to see if I just clean this up, run some carb cleaner through it. I'm just going to put it back together because it doesn't take long. I'm just interested to see if it makes any difference whatsoever. I'm not expecting it to, but figured what the hell, couldn't hurt. So while I was at it, since I had this off anyway, I figured I might as well change this diaphragm and spring in the accelerator pump, and also cleaned up that pilot jet real well, and it is squirting good. Ran some carb cleaner through it, and we'll see how she goes. Okay, I put her back together, other than the air cleaner, and we're just going to start her up, see what happens, see if it made any difference at all. I say about 50-50 at best. And also I turned the fuel air screw out about 2.5 turns. That might be a little much, but we'll see what happens. Well, that did basically nothing, so well, gonna have to pull the carb right off and have a little look-see. Okay, got our carburetor off, and the first thing I'm gonna do is open up our top here. And there's what we got in the top, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm gonna take all this off and see if there's anything crazy going on with this diaphragm here. Now it is pretty dirty in there, so we're going to be cleaning that up and get it looking nice and shiny. Now I had the bottom off already, but I'm going to take it off again, just make sure everything's good and clean and looking good while I can see it right nice and up close. Okay, we got her a little bit corroded in there, but she's cleaned out anyway. Put a new seal in there, put a new valve in there. I did pull out the jets again. This one I can't find a number on either, actually. Also pulled out the air fuel mixture screw here. Clean that up, and maybe we'll put her back together. Okay, she's basically back together, but I'm going to check out this choke yet. It'll be the last thing I do before I put it back on. And well, then we'll throw it back on the bike and we'll see what actually happens. Okay, got the choke out. Just gave it a little bit of a cleaning up. It moves pretty freely, so we should be good to go. Throw her back on there, and then we start putting this bad boy back on the bike. Well, I had to set the idle up a little, but it's running nice now. I'm just taking it out for a short ride to make sure there are no issues. But no popping, no coughing, no sputtering. Everything seems to be all right now. Folks, I'd like to say there was a big eureka moment where I said, oh, this is the problem for sure. But there wasn't anything like that. The carb was a little dirty, but I've seen way worse. Maybe there's a little bit of dirt or crud plugging something up, or maybe something just wasn't sealing right. To be honest, I am not sure, but either way, things seem fine now. Now, for reference, I have the air fuel, that needle screw set at about 2.5 turns out, which isn't too bad. And I also put in some liquid tune-up or fuel system cleaner in the gas tank, so I'll run some of that through just for good measure. So this whole process took me about a good 6 hours. Keep in mind, I am not a motorcycle mechanic. I'm sure there are plenty of folks out there, or that are watching right now, that could have done that job in half the time. But I'm glad I did it myself, because if I would have taken this to a dealership, it would have cost me hundreds. This cost me about maybe 40 bucks. Anyway, that's it for today. As I said before, if anyone is interested in seeing some merch for the channel, let me know and I will look into it. But for now, you folks stay safe, stay frosty, and I will catch you in the next one.